This is that dog, aka the pedigree, coming to you with the raw, the real, the true facts. Willy dog and the Willy dog. Yeah, he puts it in there so that you're not allowed in here. Look at his bed. Go on your bed. Quick, take that out there. But this one's requested, and it's been requested a few times. I've been wanting to hold off on this one because I wanted to do it more professional, and there's a lot. This one goes in depth, but it's Christmas and I wanted to answer these requests. Where can I start? Okay, the question was, what have I trained in, and what martial arts have I trained in? And we'll get to that. We'll start with the journey. Everybody's got a journey, whatever it may be. Mine is mine, and over time you'll get to realize what that journey has been and is what it is now. The first one for me, I accepted death years ago. So nothing can be as bad as death, can it? It might hurt, but you're not dead. The point that I really would like to make clear is, I don't think I'm the man, never did. I don't think I was the toughest. So I just wanted to make that clear. I never thought that. I did. When I said toughest, I mean the toughest fighter. I did think I was one of the toughest motherfuckers that I know. I'm not swearing. But the toughest motherfuckers I know, because whatever I went through, I trained. If it was snowing, I'd get up and train. Raining, windy, I went to hell and I was with the devil, I still trained. So when I say people would have heard me over the years, I'm the toughest motherfucker you know. I didn't mean the toughest at fighting or the toughest at anything in particular. I just had the mindset, the tough discipline. I was disciplined. I didn't fear death, so I wasn't scared of any situation. I prepared myself. So I prepared myself the best ways I could, and by doing that, I had to be disciplined. I don't want to go on and on about it because I don't even like talking about myself. Just knowledge. I've become a personal trainer to learn about the body. Knowledge. That's a key. So, accepting death is the big one. Discipline. You've got to have discipline of the mind and the body. You've got to have a discipline of your environment. Consistency, knowledge, and a huge one is courage. Not so much now. I don't even want to fight now. If somebody's going to bring it, I'm going to defend myself. But I'm not out to fight anyone. Prior to a few years back, a while back, look, if there was something going on, I'll be the first one. I'll put my hand up and I'll have one out. One out is, to me, is honourable, respectful. If somebody wants to have a fight, we'll stand from here, here's a dummy, here and here, and we'll go toe to toe, and may the best man win. So I had a lot of them. A lot. I counted when I first started out. So I had a lot of them. And if I knocked somebody over, I'd let them get back up. And then I'd rumble them again. And I'd knock them over again. And the third time I say, this one's for real. And I won't let them get back up. I just want to show you some pictures. Every place I ever went to, so I had this prepared. Every place I ever went to, I built me a gym. That one I named Team of 10. Okay. I got some builders in. These two here, still my friends today. I built me a gym. Every place, at the pads I had, at houses I had, I'd dig the garage out, or I'd dig a room out. As you can see, this isn't for fighting. This is just to maintain my mental health, maintain movement, keep my body moving. I can't train like I used to. If I start whacking some of these up, I hurt myself. But I'm not giving them away either. Especially that, ooh, Muay Thai pads, yeah. So I'm not giving them away. This is my history. That's what I love. So one more thing I'll show you is, I got a black belt in there. Not Brazilian, but I got a black belt. Knowledge. I just went and trained with everybody I possibly could. Knowledge. If anyone would train with me, I would train with them. Now, over the years, to start with, I will go into depth on this topic. As I said, I don't like talking about myself, but I will go into depth with this, and I even can bring in some of my coaches that bringing somebody that look like me into the gym. They can talk. This is what I'm doing now. I just still don't like talking on this cam. I don't like this. I don't like talking about myself. I like helping. So I'll bring people on and we'll talk next year. When I learn more about this and I can use this. So people have asked what I trained in. So to start with, if people have been following my story, I love sports. Cricket, hockey, tennis, whatever I could play, rugby especially. More violent or combat orientated, so violence, physical, I loved. So from there, situations happened and I went on another path and I joined the Mongol Mob. From that, I learned how can I say, street boxing. Some Golden Glove boxers. Well, there was a couple, but one of them he's passed. Rest in peace to my brother. There's a lot of people who have passed. That's one thing that's guaranteed in life is death. So the sooner you can accept that you're gonna die, life becomes, it's just different. If you can accept you're gonna die, then what else is hard? Nothing's harder than that. So street boxing, the first real boxer, Golden Gloves that I learned with. Whoa, fucking hell! It was in jail too. So it was the toilet paper mouth guard, or we make a mouth guard and we wrap our hands with singlets or t-shirts, and it was go. So I couldn't eat, and my nose was all smashed, but I couldn't eat because I just get banged up. But I just keep coming back. I had courage to keep coming back and back and back, and I'd train with anybody, and I got better and better. Then I ran into some kickboxers in gym and in jail, and that was me. That was another level. Learn how to use my legs. So once again, I call it street kickboxing because it wasn't in a gym. It wasn't with a coach. It wasn't with the proper equipment. So I learned from them, and I got stretched force. They just stretch. So I got flexible pretty fast. Now from there, so obviously I kept training, and training is everything. It's not just sparring or hitting the pads. You've got to train to be stronger, to be faster, to be quicker, to train your diet, to be mentally on edge, to all these things that come in. There's the discipline, consistency, never stop. Knowledge, keep learning. There's always something you can learn. I should have said this at the start. You never underestimate your opponent. I never did. I never thought I was tougher than anybody. I just thought it was a challenge. I never, ever underestimated a little person, an old person, a huge person, a fat person. I never underestimated them. I took them as a threat that they could beat me. But in my head, I'm going to win. At all costs, I'm going to win. I didn't know that. But I'm not going to tell him that either. I went in with confidence in myself. So we got there. So from there, I got out of jail, kept training. Press-ups, burpees, any kind of training. Got out of jail in Jiu-Jitsu. Obviously, before I went to jail, the UFC was around 1993 and Pride 1997, or could have been the other way around. So I was already loved Pride, loved the UFC. So I studied it. Anybody I could get my hands on, I'd try stuff that I watched and learnt and got textbooks. This is just some of them. Wait till I pull them all out. But once again, I don't want to talk about myself. And then from there, it's like Rich Franklin. That's how he learned. Evan Tanner, rest in peace to that bro. They learned in the like this. They learned here. Oh, even my top. I thought today I come down and do my stretching, bring the gears because I knew I was going to do this. This is Cowboy Crony. Any place, any time. That was my motto back then. Not now. I don't want to fight. Anyway. I will defend myself, and I will defend myself with whatever I can. So from there, Jiu-Jitsu. There was another one. Jiu-Jitsu, little people fucking wrapping me up and do mean. So I learned that. I don't know how long I did that for. 3, 4, 5 years. Yeah, maybe. My dates and all that's out the gate, but I know I earned me a black belt. Wrestling. It's another shout out to the brother, my wrestling coach. We trained. It wasn't so much coaching in the gym. Because once I elaborate on this, I had major setbacks. I'll actually tell you, one of the setbacks was I was playing a game of rugby league. And when I played league, it was the same. It was like, if you were hurting my team, I was trying to hurt you. If you, I'd run as hard as I can at you. I'd tackle as hard as and I hurt myself. But that was part of how I was. I'd try and hurt you. And obviously you're going to try and hurt me, I'm going to try and hurt you. So I played a few games, and that was for the Bulldogs in Dunedin. I played a lot of any kind of sport. So I played a lot of games, and there was one at the end of a game, some cage fighter wanted to have a fight with me. I didn't care. I would, sweet, let's go. Now, that was at the end of the game, and it got shut down or whatever. And somebody said that I threatened to shoot people. I never make threats. I do it. But anyway, they said that I threatened to shoot somebody. So that gym, or that fellow where he trained at, told his coaches or whatever, and I got banned. And then they made a big fuss about it, and they wouldn't let me train in any gyms. They wouldn't let any of their trainers, their athletes or whatever, come and train with me. They shut the doors. Even, I'm not into it now, I'm old. But 5 years ago, I was trying to get into a Jiu-Jitsu gym. Jiu-Jitsu. And they had to have a big meeting about it. And then because of who I wasn't allowed to. I never trained anybody that would use it against the wrong person. If they would, I'd discipline them myself. I had honor and respect. So that closed a lot of doors, and I couldn't fight down there. But anyway, once again, I don't want to go on and on about myself. What else was there anything else? As I said, I'm going to elaborate on this in the future. The pictures that I showed on the laptop there, I can pop them up on the screen, and you can have a look at that, and we can discuss. We can elaborate on all this and talk about it. I trained for, I'm old, 25, 30 years. I fought in the ring a couple of times. I had hundreds of street fights, hundreds of one-outs. Some of the best battles I ever had was sparring wars. That's where I really learned to respect people, and I've got respect for them today. A sparring war is even better. So once again, I'll just end this because I could go on and on. You never underestimate your opponent, ever. It doesn't matter, small, skinny, fat, big, old. They can smoke you. It only takes a little shot on your chin, you're rocked. It doesn't take much to choke somebody out. If they lock onto you and you don't know what you're doing, you're over. So never underestimate your opponent. I never thought I was the toughest, ever. So, courage. I wrote these down. I'll show you. There we go. So this is raw and real. This is off the cuff. This is just out of my head. This isn't even planned. Courage, discipline, mind and body, consistency. Be consistent, and the knowledge, learn. You can always learn more. And we don't get to live long. So you could live 1,000 years and still be learn. So anyway, I think that'll leave it there. Oh, look, even some commandments. You know, you got to focus on yourself. Anyway, that's raw and real. The Zap Dog.